Hey everybody, welcome to another video. We're in our traditional skills part of the rotation and we're going to be doing a round kick breakdown and application. So stay tuned for that. Let's get started with some warm-ups, but first let's bow in, come to ready, attention, and bow. Finish it ready. Good. All right, so let's warm up by reviewing some of our skills from last week in a shadow boxing format, okay? So we're on our high block, round kick, and spear hand. So that means that reviewing last month's stuff, we're on front kick, punches, straight punches, and down block, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to kind of work block, kick, punch, all right, kick, punches, block. Just going to be shadow boxing for about a minute and incorporating those things in, and just find your combos with that. If something just doesn't seem to make sense, if I'm doing a block, punch, kick combo that it doesn't feel right, that's going to give you some valuable information. If you get something that just feels good, it feels like it really flows, then that also is valuable information. You know what works, and you get a feeling for stuff that doesn't really work. So explore both. Explore what works and why, but also explore what doesn't work so you understand why it doesn't work, and that's going to give you the information you need to steer towards good stuff and identify bad stuff and maximize your training. So let's get started with that warm-up. Hands are up. You go ahead and switch sides throughout. Just make sure you get it changed up. Ready? And begin. All right, get a few more in, and then it's almost up. Good, stop it there. All right, so hopefully you found some things in there that just didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. One of the things that stood out for me was if you work block and try to do punch, it's real awkward, takes a lot of time, and you're not really doing anything to advance or protect in the middle of that. So that definitely shows me I need to work opposite side, or I need to work something same side from hand to foot so that I can fill in those gaps. Okay, so let's get started with the rest of our warm-ups. Circle your head around. And another way around. And circle your arms forward. Nice big circles, good range of motion. And backwards. And cross them. And up and down. Good. Twist the body. Good, circle the hips. Other way. Good. Knees. Other way. Good. And legs. Circle around at the hips. Good. Switch it. Good. All right. So let's get into this round kick breakdown. The round kick, mawashigeri, sometimes we call it roundhouse kick. We are kicking in a circular form, but it doesn't mean that we're making a big giant arc with the leg and body as we kick through. Right? We can still approach the kick fairly linearly, but we still are coming from the side with the kick. Just got to work with the body mechanics in that. So we're going to start off with the lift in the kick. All of our kicks are going to start with that lift, and it's going to take a different form depending upon the style of kick that you're doing. We're showing you a basic karate style, and then we can start looking at it, apply it in different ways later on. But for today, we're breaking down just the basic karate kick. So we're going to lift. So the knee's coming up. This is just like the striking portion of a knee kick, lifting here. So I'm lifting with the same kind of intensity, same kind of intent as the knee kick, lifting quick. Now, to do the round kick, I want my toes pointing towards the ground in the lift. So I'm not coming up here like I'm stepping up on a tabletop. That's another kick. So I'm lifting here, toes to the ground, step back. Okay, lifting, toes to the ground, and step back. Let's do 10 on each side. Hands up. Rear leg is lifting, toes to the ground, step back. Up with the same intensity as a knee kick every time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch it. Same thing. Knee up. Good kicking intensity. Toes pointing towards the ground. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Make sure those toes are pointing towards the ground. You lift them up. You could still do a roundhouse kick, but we're getting into another application, and we're not talking about that one today. It's a little more advanced because it requires some very fine control of foot placement, toe placement, everything else to not hurt yourself, but it can be really effective. So switch it back so that first side's in front. Now we're going to add the twist. All right, so I'm twisting my hips, and all this gets me from my starting position into my chamber position. So I'm going to lift, toes to the ground, and I'm going to twist. On the ball of my foot, I'm twisting my whole body, hips, everything turns over. In this case, my foot is going to retain the same position relative to my knee. So as my knee turns over, my foot comes up. And the toes are still pointing away from the knee, but instead of being towards the ground, now that the knee is no longer pointing up and down, the knee is pointing horizontally, the toes are also going to be pointing horizontally, back this way, over towards the wall. Okay, so we're just doing the lift and the twist, which gets us to our chamber position. All right, so when we twist, one last point, we are twisting and we're turning on the ball of the foot. All right, there are some schools of thought that say we should push into the kick with the heel. All right, practical application, step into a ring, it's real hard to maintain your mobility if you get yourself rooted on that heel for the kick. So we'll sacrifice, at least theoretically, a little bit of power for the sake of mobility, because if we get caught on that heel, we could be down for the count. So stay up on the ball of the foot, not the tippy toes exactly. That's that part right behind the toes, before the arch, before the heel, that we're really balancing on, using the toes to grip if we need to. But we're twisting on the ball of the foot so the heel turns over. And the heel is going to end up moving more towards the front with the toes pointing towards the back. Okay, so we're going to do the lift and twist into that chamber position. Ready? And 1, up, twist, back, and set down. Make sure you step all the way back through each of those positions in reverse order. And 2, up, twist, back, and down. 3, up, twist, back, down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And switch sides. Same thing on the other side. We lift, toes towards the ground. Once we've got that lift, we twist on the ball of the foot. Hips and everything turn over. Knee and the foot will be at the same side. We reverse back to that twist and step back down. Ready? Here we go. 1, lift, twist, back, and down. 2, lift, twist, back, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right. So now we're going to add the kick to that. So in between the lift on each end, in between the twist just behind that, now we're going to fire the kick. The kick's going to snap out, kicking with, think about the top of the foot, but depending upon your target, you'll be kicking anywhere from top of the foot all the way up and using the shin as well. All right, so we will lift, we will twist, snap the kick, reverse the twist, and step back down. All right, again, toes towards the bottom, so that when I twist, toes are to the side, snap the kick with the top of the foot, twist back, recover down. All right, so let's do 5 of those on each side. Of course, if you're doing this at home, hopefully you're going to repeat this drill a couple times throughout the week, and you'll have a chance to get more reps in. If you're not getting it, just go ahead and do the stuff that you are working on, that you're understanding, and then try the new stuff. And then you can add into that drill with what you see here to your ability level, okay? So if you're not quite there where you can keep the balance all the way through, that's all right. When this is all over, I'll show you some things you can do to work into that little bit by little bit, all right? So lift, twist, kick, recover the twist, recover your stance. All right, 5 on each side. Ready? 1, lift, twist, kick, recover, recover. 2, up, twist, kick, back, down. 3, 4, 5, Switch sides. Now on the other side. 5 on each side. We'll remember. And 6, up, twist, kick it, back, and down. 7, up, twist, kick, back, and down. 8, 9, 10. All right, so now that we've gotten the whole way through extending the kick, let's start talking about how we can combine some of these elements. So the lift and the twist we're going to do together this time. Now we're going to be kind of moving a little quicker at this level. Now we're going to be doing 5 on each side. Go ahead and repeat as you need to. So before I did the lift and I did the twist as 2 discrete parts of that action. So now I'm going to lift, knees coming forward, and then I twist. Okay? So I'll lift and twist, trying to put those 2 together. So my knee still comes upward to the front, and I twist. All right? So what we're not doing is we are not bringing this around all the way from one side. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't a kick that's going to look like that. That's just a different application, and we're still, remember, at the basics. Okay? So I'm going to lift and twist, snap the kick, twist and down. All right, so the beginning and the end of that are going to combine together. 5 on each side, lift and twist, snap the kick, twist and down. All right, so first 2, last 2 elements are together. Here we go. Up and twist together. 1, up and twist, snap it, twist and down. 2, up and twist, snap it, down. 3, 4, 5. Switch. Ready? On the side, lift and twist together. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So still putting things together. Now we're going to lift, twist, and kick. We recover the kick, rechamber, pull it back, set it down. All right. So the first half, second half, all go together. Lift, twist, kick, rechamber, twist, set down. Now that doesn't mean that you're starting to extend the foot all the way at the bottom. So I'm bringing a stiff leg all the way through. I still am lifting. I'm still twisting. Now I'm just blending it together. So I'm going to go lift, twist, kick, and back down. All right, so I still lift up here. I still turn over. And I'm still firing the kick from the same position, still recovering to the same position before I twist and set back down. All right, so don't be tempted to start lifting and twisting and extending all at the same time from the floor. You're going to lose a whole lot of power that way. All of our variations of kicks are going to extend up or lift up and then rotate over with all their various permutations. Okay, so they all have to get up, they all have to chamber. Just where we twist, where we turn the hips over changes a little bit. But for right now, we lift and twist and kick in that order sequentially, but blending it together here. All right, 5 on each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Same thing from the other side. Lift, twist, kick. Oh, not advancing. Bring it all the way back down here. Okay, an advancing kick is another thing, and then all it has to do with is foot placement at the end. But we're treating it all the way back to make sure we're working those twists. Ready? 1, lift, twist, kick, all the way back. 2, 3, 5. Good. All right. So, reason we're going to be doing this lift forward is because we're going to chamber all of our kicks that way, at least from the basic application. That means that if I'm doing a front kick, the start of it looks the same as a round kick. The start of it looks the same as a side kick. The start of it looks the same as a hook kick. So the opening motion is all the same. Depending upon where and how we twist those hips and get that chamber prep is going to determine how we are extending the foot for the kick. And I can make that determination on the way. So if Caden's got his hands up and is presenting an open center, I can fire in with that front kick. If he's trying to close it off, I can come around. Okay? If he looks like he's getting set, he anticipates the round kick, I can come around for the hook kick because I've given myself until the last minute to decide which kick I'm going to fire. All right? Now, there's going to be some times where you've got it completely set up. You've got all the time you need to make the kick happen. So a slower, more powerful kick is going to make sense. You've done the work to set it up, so why not just chop down that tree? All right? Especially when we're talking about leg kicks with that chopping down the tree analogy. All right? So that's why we're doing what we're doing with the kick, lifting the knee up straight to the front. Okay? So, promised a bonus thing to these two today. Last week we were doing some stuff with tennis balls. This week we're going to do some stuff with some bottles. So, the tops are secure on these. These have never been opened before, and that's kind of important in here. We're not kicking the tops of these off, all right? We're not setting these just slightly balanced on there. Some of you may have seen that, and then the practitioner kicks that bottle top off and it goes spinning. We're not going for gimmicks here. We're going for training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grasp it up at the top, and just like we were doing the other day with the tennis balls, I'm going to work on catching. Well, in this case, I'm lifting this up so that I'm looking up and I'm seeing the underside of the bottle. If I can't see the bottom of the bottle, I want to lift it up just a little bit higher, and then I'm going to drop, and I want to catch. Okay? These are fizzy bottles, so we're not going to be opening these anytime soon. All right? So, again, I'm up, and as I can see the bottom of the bottle, I know I'm good. I can drop, and I can catch. Okay? So, as you do that, you can also work on bringing it a little lower. Bring it up so you can see the bottom, and then drop it just so that now I can see it completely flat across the bottom. So then I drop, and I catch. Okay? So then bring it down a little bit more. All right? Now I'm even with eye level about with the middle of the bottle, so I can reach out and grab. Then I bring it down so I can see straight across the top of the bottle. And I grab. All right? Then I can bring it down so I can see the top of the bottle, and then I drop again, and I work to grab. I know when I'm dropping this, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be super simple. Aylin is working on getting that. So it's going to help you develop some of those reflexes, some of that speed. The goal is not to start punching and catch it out there. The goal is to let go and extend the hand out and punch. Don't let go and start the other hand. Okay?
I caught it like this.
Now, another thing you can do if you've got a partner is they can hold it out there. You get set for punching. All right, I'm going to hold it up. This will be a little bit higher. So then I drop it, and he's going to follow and work on the catch. Okay, this is where it's important to start it just a little bit higher than you might for yourself because you don't know. Now we're working on reflexes. Okay, so I get it started up here. I drop, and he works on trying to catch it. We're really getting this one fizzy here. All right, so we'll swap. So I'm up, I drop, and he hits it on my foot.
It slipped out of my hand.
Okay, so that's something you can do. The weight is really not particularly important. And let me swap you bottles. Let's see if that makes a difference. Those bottles are a little bit skinnier, which makes for a little bit easier grip for smaller hands. the bottle is going to drop at the same speed no matter how much weight you have in it. The only difference that the weight's going to have is, maybe your arm is not able to lift it up that high if you've got a really heavy bottle. But gravity works the same on every object, all right? It's just physics. So I can lift this up, I can let it drop, and I can work on that timing, okay? So that is your bonus. Now we're not tossing it, we're just dropping it. That's a little high, okay? So that's your bonus. Go ahead and try that, see what other variations you can come up with. Again, we're not tossing these. That's what the balls were for, is give a little toss and we can reach out and catch. You could do exactly the same thing as this with those tennis balls and still reach it out, drop it, and catch with the other side. We're just showing you some different things. If you don't have a tennis ball or maybe a racquetball or something at home, bottled water works just fine. All right. Again, these are sealed on tight, haven't ever been opened. These are some sparkling water bottles.
You can use
any other bottle that you've got. Just making sure it's good and secure on there. But water is good because if it starts to spill out, it's just water. It's not going to create a sticky mess. But make sure you got some towels on hand if you're not confident in the top of that bottle. And just in case it splits, who knows. So work on that bonus as well as keep going through all of the steps with that round kick breakdown and keep working on the timing with the bottle with the tennis ball from last week as well.
And now it's time for stretching.
All right, so now it's time for stretching. So let's work our cool down and stretch from here. So let's bring our feet in right under your shoulders. There's not a need for them to be touching. There's not a problem if they touch either. We just don't want to start them off hard. So together, easy down. Feel the stretch on the back of the legs. Feel it as it loosens up a little bit and lets you stretch a little bit farther. Make sure you're not bending those knees, not even a little bit, because every bit that you bend those knees takes away from the stretch. As you feel it loosen up, let your body hang a little lower. Breathe in, breathe out, nice and slow. Good deep breaths. Now, I want you to reach behind and I want you to pull. Really accentuate the stretch. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it up. Good. Bring the feet out. They're a little bit past shoulder width here. And let's hang it down towards the middle. All the way down to the middle. See if you can touch the ground. Fingertips, fists, palms, wherever you're at, just try to reach down and touch in between. Again, keep those knees straight, don't let them bend. Now, take your hands over to the left side, pull your chest down towards the knee on the left. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it low. Easy transfer over to the other side. Hands behind and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy to the middle and easy up. All right. Make sure that those knees stay straight and step out just a little bit farther. And now we can violate the knees straight policy. We're going to squat down low, bring our knees inside for the sumo stretch, pushing our knees outward. Squat your bottom low to the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, rock over to one side and then the other. Just rocking back and forth. And hold it down over on the right side. Left foot should be as flat as you can get it on the floor. Feeling the stretch on the inside of the thigh. And nice and slow, transfer over. And straighten up. Spread it out as wide as you can go. Now to keep those legs straight. Bending them takes away the stretch and makes you feel like you can go a little farther. Keep them straight though so you get the full benefit of that stretch. Alright, walk it forward. Drop the hips low. And walk it backwards. Sink the hips down. Forward. And back. Good. And have a seat from here. If you can just sit, good for you. If not, curl your leg in and stretch it back out. All right. Legs out as wide as they go. Reach it forward. And take it left. And take it right. And back to the middle. Bring your feet in. Butterfly position. Whatever you need to do to leverage so that you can push down at the knees and push. If you can put your hands on the sides, go ahead and do that. Just make sure that they're as flexed outward as you can, pulling them down flat. And grab those toes. Pull your nose down towards your toes. And come on back up. All right. So that's the end of the video for today, but again, only the first half of your workout. Make sure you're going online to Living Sword Martial Arts on YouTube to find those kata videos. You can also check out our website and get the videos as well as downloadable PDFs so that you can print it out and follow along with your kata and the other kata that you're working on and maintaining step by step. That also makes it easy for somebody to help you out, calling out the next step as you're practicing. Practice is going to help, so if you go and watch this video, watch it again the next day, practice those things a couple times in a row so that you get the full benefit of working out by practicing all this stuff at home. All right, that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Come to ready, attention, bow. All right, have a good night.